technical difficulties, unfortunately, in the beginning of the night. But let's go over some of the fights that have gone on that I think that are worth looking at. Like, for example, how about the fight with Almeida and Curtis Blades? Who would have thought that that would have been the outcome with Curtis Blades and Jailton Almeida? Now, Jailton Almeida shot in, got the single leg, and then out of nowhere, Curtis Blades just started pounding him with a hammer fist. And of course, based on that particular hammer fist, I mean, it just really stopped Jailton Almeida, and the results came as the way that it did. Now, they are very surprising results because we would have never expected something like that to have happened, especially because Jailton Almeida was coming in here to basically steal the thunder from Curtis Blades. But Curtis Blades proved to us exactly why he was the guy that beat Tom Aspinall, who is now considered to be one of the top heavyweights in the division. I mean, in the world, if not of all time, considering of how fast and how elusive he is. And now he's crowned the interim champion as somebody who's the biggest threat to John Jones. After that, we had the Song Yadong fight with Peter Yan, and Peter Yan was able to snap his losing streak. And then right after that, just as I had predicted, Jack Della Maddalena came in here and was able to beat Gilbert Burns, just based on the fact that he was the fresher guy, he was the new up and coming guy in this particular division. And I predicted it correctly that Jack Della Maddalena was going to win. So now we're on to the next fight, which is the next fight is going to be the anticipated matchup for MVP taking on Kevin Holland. So, what can we say about this fight with Kevin Holland? Well, again, as I've told you guys in the previews to the lead up to these to this particular card, I had mentioned that he's going to fight very elusive, but at the same time, he's also going to be hard to put away if Kevin Holland manages to clip him at some point of this fight. So, by the way, sorry for the technical difficulties I had earlier, but better late than never, and here we are. So, okay. So, yeah, I had a bit of some issues with my computer, which is why I had to basically go on live and do this in on my phone. So, and then on top of that, I had to go pull out another device in order to actually watch this fight. So here we are, but we made it. We are here, and thank you guys for tapping in. All the new subscribers that have uh, came to support my channel and are here with me for the journey we are about to witness. Kevin Holland take on MVP in his UFC debut, the anticipated UFC debut of none other than MVP, a guy who we've seen in Bellator for a long time, somebody that we sort of hinted and said, you know what, we want to see this guy in the biggest organization in the world with primarily the toughest competition that can be offered out there. So here we have Kevin Holland now taking on uh, MVP, which, by the way, I got to tell you, this was smart matchmaking for the UFC. Now, can you imagine if the UFC just straight off the bat decided, hey, MVP, we're going to have you fight Ian Gary right now. We're going to have you fight Ian Gary just like that. I mean, would that be fair to do something like that to MVP? No, but guess what? The UFC is not a fair organization. It's not a fair organization in terms of, let's say, holding your hand in terms of giving you easy matchups. That's not what they're here to do. They are here to give you the hardest fights, and more than likely, if you lose these fights, it gives them a leverage on negotiating contracts with you. You see, one of the worst things that the UFC can deal with is an undefeated champion who's extremely popular. Now, with Khabib, he was popular to a point where he could leverage a certain amount of deals, right? But at the same time, it's really just one of those things where, how do I say this? Conor McGregor is obviously the most famous guy in all of mixed martial arts, right? So as a result, what you're going to get out of that is a guy that is going to be very difficult to negotiate. Whereas with Khabib, well, it's hard to negotiate with him as well, but it makes it even harder when he's an undefeated fighter, right? So now you create this mystique around him. And sometimes I often think that, you know what, the UFC was trying to bring him back so that they can take away his undefeated record. I think this is also the same reason why the UFC wanted to. Hold on a second here. He's walking out to the Undertaker music. Now, how about this? Michael Venom Page walking out to the Undertaker music. Now, this right here is some theatrics to the highest order, okay? So here we have Michael Venom Page now walking out to the Undertaker's theme song. And Donald Trump is in the building. By the way, for those of you that don't know, Donald Trump is attending the fight right now. So that should be exciting, I guess, right? A way to promote their product as to say, like, hey, look, you know, the president of the United States likes this. So here we are. But then there's a second song that he's also coming out to. By the way, only champions walk out to two songs like this, right? Like, for example, Manny Pacquiao, when he walked out to most of his boxing fights, it's usually two songs. Floyd Mayweather, it's usually two songs. What up, Cody? You're back. I think Khabib and Conor will fight again if Conor regains the title. I'd have to humbly disagree with you, Cody, only because I think Khabib is in this mind trajectory right now where he doesn't want to go back to MMA. Hello, greetings from Russia. All right, we got some Russians with us right now, joining us. Uh, Greetings, salam alaikum, rahmatullah, barakatuh to all my Russian brothers out there, whether you're Muslim, Christian Orthodox, or somewhere in between, or whoever you support in this crazy world of politics that's going on out there. I love everybody from around the world. But yeah, let me address my man Cody here for a second, right? Cody, you got to understand something, my man. Khabib's not going to come back only because of the particular mental trajectory that he's in. Let me explain what I mean by this. So obviously, you guys know that Khabib is a very religious man. By the way, as we're tracking Michael Venom Page's entrance right now, he does his little thing right now as he is about to walk into the cage. So Khabib is a very religious man. I don't want to get off topic, but I'm also trying to cover this fight at the same time. And I'm going to tell you this, okay, Cody, is that Khabib views mixed martial arts as somewhat deviant. Okay, not the practice in and of itself, not the gym culture, because I often tell people in this particular content that there are two types of mixed martial arts culture. There's the mixed martial arts culture that is in the gyms, the guys that you train with, and the guys that you are with on a daily basis. And then there's the mixed martial arts culture that deals with the business side of it, the content creation that I'm doing right now. This is the business side of it. Contract negotiations with managers such as Ali Abdelaziz and who else? Adi Atir, who's the manager of Conor McGregor. Who else is a famous manager? Tyson, I believe, from that New England team with Calvin Cater and all of them, right? All these guys. So that's the business side. Dana White, that's the business side. the promotion, how you promote in conjunction with us MMA YouTubers that sort of help them promote their sport in a way. So all of this is part of the business. That is one culture, right? The other culture, yeah, the internet culture as well, with the banter and the online memes and things of that nature. Yes, that right there is the one side of the business. Now we're witnessing the entrance of Kevin Holland right now as I am talking to you guys about this. So the other side of mixed martial arts business is the gym culture. The people that you train with, the people that you see on a daily basis, and the practices that you get in with these people. So Khabib will always be a member of the MMA gym culture. But what he doesn't want to be a part of is the degenerate culture of mixed martial arts on the business side. And let's just be honest about it. There are some degeneracies that come into that depending on your level of taste, palate, or tolerance to certain aspects of the culture, such as, let me tell you one thing that Khabib may find very repulsive about the mixed martial arts business: ring girls. Why? Because if you are a conservative Muslim guy, it's just not something that you really care for in the fight game. You don't really care about the ring girls or Nina drama or all these other social media people that they are trying to put and insert into the sport as a way to promote the sport. So he's not very fond of that. Also, there's the aspects of gambling in mixed martial arts and most of combat sports in general. Khabib doesn't want to be a part of that. So, to answer your question from a long winded form, Khabib is not going to come back just based on these things that I had just mentioned to you. So, which means that Conor McGregor, between Conor McGregor and Khabib, I think you would have to expect more of the comeback from Conor McGregor. But guess what? Here's the other topic that I've been harping on the whole entire week. I think we're going to have some problems getting Conor McGregor back to fight. You got to remember the UFC 300 card. This is the best way I can explain it. Have you guys ever been late on homework? Or if you're in college, let's say a project, or doing a last minute uh, writing on a particular essay or a speech that you have to do for a class the next day. Well, guess what? If you've ever had to do a last minute project or last minute homework in school, that is literally what the UFC is doing right now when it comes to UFC 300. All right, we'll just throw Pihera and Jamal Hill into the main event. Why? Because it seems like the logical thing to do. Jamal Hill seems to be the lineal champion of that weight class, and Alex Pereira seems to be a big star. Why not? Let's just put him in there. But in reality, what they wanted to do was put in Conor McGregor and Michael Chandler, and that didn't happen. So here we are. Michael Venom Page in this historic event right now is being announced in the cage by Bruce Buffer. And here we go. Now Kevin Holland is being announced into the cage. So yeah, uh, that's the answer to that particular question. I just don't think Khabib is ever going to come back based on his uh, convictions to the religion of Islam. But also, I think the reason why you think Khabib may come back, and especially for a fight against Conor, is because we all know, and it's well documented, how he hates Conor McGregor. So, in other words, you'd probably have to expect a street fight out of them to a certain degree. By the way, Khabib and Conor were in LA at the same time, I believe at some restaurant in Santa Monica, and well, lo and behold, they just missed each other, and God knows what would have happened if they hadn't. So here we are, Michael Venom Page now in his debut in the UFC, once again fighting with the traditional way that he usually does, with his hands down, bouncing up and down, being very elusive, trying to lure Kevin Holland in. But there's not a lot of opponents that Michael Venom Page, oh, there it is with the lunging right hand that he had thrown at him right there. And then he pauses for a second, sort of makes Kevin Holland think about it. Looks like he's pausing, but then goes for the attack as a way to sort of confuse him. Which, again, one of the interesting aspects of Michael Venom Page's game is to overload you with constant movement, constant pressure of, let's say, just doing different things and different tricks and whatnot. So here we are in the clinch position right now. Kevin Holland has the dominant clinch position, whereas with Michael Venom Page has the over under while he is trying to prevent Kevin Holland's knees from attacking him up top or into the body. And by the way, as I've mentioned before in the previous, I have said something to the effect of, yeah, Michael Venom Page has used grappling in his fight against Paul Daly. In fact, he just basically took Paul Daly down and tried to smother him the whole entire fight because, let's be honest, man, Paul Daly is a dangerous striker. So here we are, 250 left. Lunges in once again and caught Kevin Holland there just a little bit. 243, 241 of the first round. Here comes a body lock by Michael Venom Page. Now pushes Kevin Holland up against the fence, goes for an elbow. 230, 229. Switches stances by Michael Venom Page. Body kick, 1-2 to follow up by Michael Venom Page. Overhand right by Michael Venom Page, really giving him different looks here. And then back to his traditional Taekwondo stance, hits him with a jab, switches stances, runs away from Kevin Holland, but then he clinches him up against the cage, and then Michael Venom Page walks away, hits him again with an overhand right. Just under 2 minutes left now into the first round. Oh, a little slip there by Michael Venom Page. He has to be careful there. That's how he got clipped by Lima, if you guys remember. He sort of went and lunged in, fell right into his knees, got up. As he was getting up, Lima hit him with a shot that really took him out. One of the few losses that Michael Venom Page has experienced in his career. And in here's Kevin Holland right now just hitting him with the back of his heels as he's being pushed up into the cage. So a little cage clinching action by Michael Venom Page and Kevin Holland here at the current moment of time with just about 112. Oh, a little hand slap right there by Kevin Holland. So yeah, guys, don't forget to write some questions down below. If let me know what you guys think about this fight. Let me know what other topics you guys want to talk about as we are witnessing the live coverage of Michael Venom Page and Kevin Holland fighting right now, and watching the entire card, obviously, of UFC 299 in Miami, featuring none other than Donald Trump. So little lunge shot right there by Michael Venom Page. Switches stances, back in his Taekwondo stance, hands down low. So now, if you've noticed, I can see why KSI trained with Michael Venom Page, right? Or what sort of habits KSI, the YouTuber, boxer, influencer, sort of picked up training with Michael Venom Page in London Shoot Fighter. Oh, there's a little spinning back elbow with Michael Venom Page right there, and then goes into a clinch position, and that is the end of round one. All right. So who do you guys give that round to? Would you say Michael Venom Page? Is it convincing enough that Michael Venom Page sort of got the first round on that one? Or do you give that to Kevin Holland as a result of that first round? Kevin Holland's corner is telling him to switch it up, hit him with some side kicks. So basically to try to play his own game. Oh, so what I was saying about KSI, this is literally what KSI has learned from Michael Venom Page is the lunging, and then after the lunge of the shots and the punches that he throws from that lunge, he goes into a clinch position, which is primarily what you saw out of the Tommy Fury fight. So here we go, round two. Round two coming up. All right, here we go. 445, 443. Michael Venom Page sort of laughing away as he is clinching up in the cage right now. Now, with the cage action that Kevin Holland is pushing on right now, I think there's a great chance. I mean, not a great chance, but I think that's one of his only chances of really winning is grinding out Michael Venom Page if he could, and also sort of get a takedown, right? I mean, if you get a takedown from Michael Venom Page, imagine you take down Michael Venom Page right now, hold him, smother him up for a couple of minutes, and then do the same thing in the third round, you could win this fight. But I think Kevin Holland has an issue of trying to, let's say, shoot for a single or double leg, because guess what? Look what happened to that Cyborg guy, the Brazilian Cyborg, the male version of Cyborg, right? He basically went and fly kneed him and cracked his skull after he was trying to shoot in for a takedown. So, hey, those things happen. A little axe kick, back, spinning back kick by Michael Venom Page. Now, here it is. Kevin Holland has a body lock. He takes him down right here. There's great points on his part, but great takedown defense on the part of Michael Venom Page right now. He needs to. Oh, he got him down right there. So this is a takedown by Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland, oh, he's going for the mount position, but instead he's got him in a half guard position, pounding away. Yeah, Kevin Holland is still in the half guard position right now. Still in a half guard position. And again, this is what I was telling you guys earlier, right? If Kevin Holland does the business and takes him down, gets some control time on top, hey, there's a good chance right there. Because none of this is in his favor. Yeah, I hope you guys know that, right? Like Michael Venom Page is a big star for the UFC. You look at all the promos that they had for him, showing England, showing London, showing where he's from, showing his old school Taekwondo matches. I mean, this is this is a Michael Venom Page promotion, right? They're bringing him in, but again, Kevin Holland is no punk. He is no easy task or easy work for anybody. So here we are, bouncing up and down by Michael Venom Page, hands down once again. 130 left, 127, 126, 125 of the second round. As we sync up right here. All right, we got 103, 102 right now. Low kick. Oh, what is that? He knocked down Kevin Holland there for a second. Kevin Holland goes for a small leg kick, misses. All right, here we go. Michael Venom Page needs to do something different for the third round right here. Oh, spinning back elbow right there in the last 7 seconds. Runs away from him. Kevin Holland pushes him forward. 1 second left. That is the end of the second round. So, uh, you know what? Honestly, objectively speaking, I'm going to have to give that second round to Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland, I think, got the best of that particular round. Um, First round, you'd have to give to Michael Venom Page. So I guess it's safe to say that winner takes all in this third round. Either go for the finish or be very convincing. That is the next goal for these two men going into the third round. Yep, he did hit him in the side of the head right there. And DC is right. That is one of those things that really can mess up your equilibrium right there. So now here we are, third round. They both meet in the center of the cage, and then there goes a lunging punch and a trip by Michael Venom Page, and now he's asking Kevin Holland to get up and does not want to get in his guard. And can you blame him? All right, so a little bouncing step by Michael Venom Page right now. Bounces up and down, fakes a little side kick, still has his hands down as he is attempted an uppercut there. And then another trip by Michael Venom Page, but then Kevin Holland gets his back, gets a body lock on him, and now they're stuck up against the cage now. And Kevin Holland is really trying to make use of that body lock, either trying to go for a trip or trying to take his back. But these are some of the options that he can have as he is working on Michael Venom Page right now up against the cage. Man, I got to tell you, I would be very surprised if Kevin Holland can keep. I wouldn't be surprised, right? He can probably take down Michael Venom Page and keep him down here the entire fight if he tries hard enough, or if Michael Venom Page is in a okay, not so much. He just broke away right there. 333, 332, 331 of the third round. Michael Venom Page lunges once again after there it is. Now he's constantly tripping him down. I gotta wonder if him tripping him like this does score a certain amount of points for Michael Venom Page. I would imagine it is. It is sort of considered a takedown, isn't it? Are trips considered takedowns? I would imagine they are. Or at least it shows a certain level of dominance that he has over his opponent here. So okay, Michael Venom Page in the southpaw position right there. Body kick. Grabs a body lock onto him, and he there it is. He attempts another spinning back elbow and another trip that he has towards Kevin Holland. All right, so Michael Venom Page is right back in a body lock position once again. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if this goes to a draw or they give it to a split decision for Michael Venom Page. I think that is one or the other way these trajectories of this fight is going to go down. Yeah, Joe Rogan is right about that, right? Kevin Holland is not exactly the best wrestler, so this is very tailor made for Michael Venom Page. Although Kevin Holland did get Michael Venom Page a few times there, but at the same time, out of all the opponents when Michael Venom Page had in Bellator, who didn't take him down. There were guys that you would have not expected to take him down, but have. So, and here he is now stuck in the cage as Kevin Holland is pushing him in, but now breaks away and gets back into the center of the cage as he is circling around with just about a minute left into this fight right now. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys, and hit the subscribe button, the like button, and share button so you can share, tell a friend while we await the last 40 seconds of this contest and the debut of Michael Venom Page in the UFC against the UFC vet and longtime staple of the welterweight and the 185 division, Kevin Holland. And then there's Kevin Holland mocking Michael Venom Page with the way that he's running and sort of getting away from him while mocking him at the same time with just now 15 seconds left into the third round. There it is, another lunging punch, which is a story of the entire fight. He lunges with that punch and then comes right back into a clinch position, and that is the end of the third round. Is that good enough to win the UFC debut, Michael Venom Page? We don't know, but guess what? This is sort of what we expected with a high-level fight like this. So now we await the decision between these two men. Yeah, just constantly hitting him with that right hand, huh? He's just constantly in there again with the lunges. But this is why I said this is what you see with what's his name? Um, oh, there's a nasty spinning elbow right there, very John Jones like in Michael Venom Page's approach. Right here, Michael Venom Page was close to getting choked, but managed to get out of it. Again, that lunging shot, right? But every time he throws that shot, it seems like he's either tripping down Kevin Holland, and then he's constantly going for that spinning elbow. And I mean, every time he throws it, he seems to be successful at it, constantly measuring Kevin Holland into that. So, all right, we now await the decision of this contest. And who is the winner of this fight right now? So, unanimous decision, it goes to Michael Venom Page. All right, well deserved. Well deserved for Michael Venom Page. And of course, they embrace in the end with some good sportsmanship. And the credit to Kevin Holland, he's always game for coming out here and taking on either the new prospects or the new guys. He said it feels the same in terms of caliber and how he feels inside. Fair enough. He said that this was the best condition that he's ever felt in his whole entire career. He said thank you to Miami for having him. I mean, hey, what a great debut for his UFC, right? I mean, all in Miami. Why not? Why not, right? All right. And we still got more fights to go, right? Obviously, I missed a few because I had to do some things, and then trying to come in here, I had a few technical difficulties, so I just had to get on my phone instead. If I really wanted to get the numbers for the, oh, there it is. There's Candace Owens, political commentator, as they call it. Michael Irvin, three-time Super Bowl champion wide receiver, and of course Robbie Lawler, 2023 UFC Hall of Famer, and the headliner of UFC 300, who replaced Michael Chandler and Conor McGregor, Alex Pereira. So, okay, they're going to induct a third person into the UFC Hall of Fame. Who is that going to be? Oh, strawweight queen. Okay, so I would assume this is Joanna Jędrzejczyk. Okay, so it is Joanna Jędrzejczyk that they're going to put in here. So yeah, after this, obviously, it's going to be the co-main event. Yeah, quite early in the career of Joanna Jędrzejczyk, right? She didn't really retire too long ago. And obviously, they have their reasons why they want to put her in there. But then you look, and there's people like Shamrock. You guys remember Frank Shamrock? He has some issues with the UFC. They're not going to put him in the Hall of Fame as a result of that. Same with Randy Couture. Randy Couture obviously gave the UFC a lot of problems with contract negotiations and whatnot. So Randy Couture was a bit of a rebellious type of employee, for lack of a better term, during his run. So as a result, uh, you're not going to see him in the UFC Hall of Fame the way that you would see Joanna Jędrzejczyk come in this early. Joanna, on the other hand, she was a team player, fought everybody, had constant title defenses one after another. A lot of them were in Conor McGregor cards or big cards to which she was the co-main rather than having her own card and whatnot. But that's the way the game goes sometimes, right? Even though Dustin Poirier was the one that beat Conor McGregor, guess what? It's Dustin Poirier who still has to play the B side and, well, do a co main event tonight. Whereas if Sean O'Malley was to fight in the same card as Conor McGregor, you bet your butt, even if Sean is champion, they're going to give Conor McGregor the main event slot, even when Sean is champion. That's how it is. Whereas with Dustin Poirier tonight and the next fight you're going to see, he's co main event. And they're going to keep it that way until he fights for a title or fights Conor McGregor. So that's that. So good on Joanna. Congrats to her for her Hall of Fame inductee. Obviously, Robbie Lawler was inducted last summer with his knockout win. On top of that, a great way to go out. But speaking of which, as I was telling you guys earlier, how about Joanne Calderwood, right? How about the fact that she had managed to leave her career tonight with a win under her? By the way, and I didn't expect her to win that based on her age, based on the fact that she had one foot out the door. And, well, I was wrong. And that's the beautiful thing about MMA. You see, I don't get caught up in not revealing what I had previously picked prior, right? Like, I want to show people that, look, this is what I thought was going to happen, but obviously it didn't. And the fact that it didn't happen that way, I think gives more credit to the sport of mixed martial arts in terms of understanding that this is a sport where unpredictability lends itself everywhere. And because of that, what you think you know about a particular fighter or how a fight or a matchup is going to go usually isn't really the most accurate because you don't know what type of challenges these people have faced on their way to the octagon and on their way to their fight date, but you also don't know the type of sleeping patterns they have. You don't know the type of diet that they've had going into this particular camp. So this is what makes MMA one of the hardest sports to really predict. And Drake can tell you that. Drake, the rapper from uh, Canada, obviously, right? He'll tell you that because he puts his fights on, a lot of fights on bets and things like that. He doesn't really do good with a lot of his bets with MMA, right? And including the recent one that he had with Francis Ngannou, spending about half a million and one change. So that's 600, loses all that, was looking for a $2 million payout with a Francis Ngannou knockout and just down the drain. And you know what? I agreed with Drake leading up to it. I thought Francis was going to win. Maybe it's just because I'm an MMA guy and I'm going to be biased, but this is why I don't bet. This is why I don't bet fights. And I don't recommend any of you guys betting fights to any degree because of that reason. So, yeah, everybody's congratulating Joanna right now. She's crying. There's Marab. There's all these people. There's audience here behind her. There's some random comedian looking dude. I don't know who that is. And then some security guard looking dude. A whole bunch of people up in there. So congrats to Joanna and her Hall of Fame. I think Khabib has already been inducted into the Hall of Fame. Um, but like I said, Frank Shamrock hasn't been. I don't know if Ken. Oh, there. That's Action Bronson right there. Okay. Who else is in the crowd right now? Who else is there? And there's is that Dana White? There's Terrence McKinney in the crowd next to Marab. That's interesting. That's cool. All right, so we are on to our co-main event now with Dustin the Diamond Poirier and Benoit Saint Denis. I gotta tell, I gotta tell you, I'm kind of glad I didn't start doing the stream after the Della Maddalena fight. Now, I'm going to tell you my original plan tonight. I was going to go on a whole lot earlier than 7 p.m., right? I was going to cover the Jailton Almeida fight because obviously Jailton Almeida is one of these guys that is the one to look out for in a heavyweight division, right? And boy, let me tell you, this is the beauty of MMA. I picked him to win. I thought he was going to win, but Curtis Blades once again proved why he is just one of the best heavyweights in the world and why he has a win over Tom Aspinall as a result of that. So here we are. Yeah, I just wanted to change up the thumbnail that I have for this particular stream that I'm doing right now. Right as we head into the co-main event with Dustin the Diamond Poirier taking on the French Special Forces soldier Benoit Saint Denis. All right. So now the preview right now for Benoit Saint Denis is being played, and we are just now awaiting. Yeah, I think that win that Dustin Poirier had against Conor McGregor really put him in a different stratosphere, right? I got to tell you, I think that win was very important for his career, right? Because if Dustin the Diamond Poirier didn't beat Conor McGregor, we would not know him to be the talented guy that he is, right? And I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example of this, right? Take for example, um, Justin Gaethje. Now, Justin Gaethje has a win over Tony Ferguson. That's a good win, but it's not a superstar marquee win like Khabib beating Conor McGregor or Dustin beating Conor McGregor, or for that matter, anybody beating a top name like that, especially Conor McGregor. But if you beat Conor McGregor, your whole entire career will be recognized for what it is. In other words, when Nate Diaz beat Conor McGregor, his career was recognized for what it is. We never seen Nate Diaz as a championship caliber fighter, and the BMF title doesn't count. We never seen um yeah, we never seen him in that kind of way. So it's kind of important to understand. Yeah, we've never seen him in that kind of way, huh? No, not at all. Who was I talking about? Hold on a second. A whole bunch of things are running through my mind right now. Sorry about that. Um, Nate Diaz. Sorry, Nate Diaz is who we were talking about. So Nate Diaz, we will always know him as a fun fighter, right? And when he does good or does a little bit of good, we're going to give him credit for it because he's a likable guy. Just like what he did with Leon Edwards. Leon Edwards was dominating him all 5 rounds, and then just that one split second that Nate Diaz had going on, all of a sudden we romanticize him to a certain degree, saying that, well, if there were no time limits, man, Leon Edwards would absolutely be effed up. You know what I mean? Like this weird notion that we have for Nate Diaz as a result of that. So, uh, but it made him a superstar, right? If it wasn't for Conor McGregor, I think that Nate Diaz would just be a normal average journeyman, just like the way he was before that 2016 fight. But in reality, even after the win with Conor McGregor, he's just nothing more than a journeyman who is famous for beating Conor McGregor as a result. But with Dustin Poirier, he really has true status behind him, interim championships, name after name after name of people that he's beaten. So it's well earned and well deserved nonetheless. So something to think about. Something to think about. So, but now uh for Dustin Poirier to take this fight, I think really says a lot about him, right? Even though you can argue and say that, well, the UFC had to pull out more money in order for him to risk this fight against Benoit Saint Denis. I tell you what, I think it's one of these situations where, you know what, we'll pay you out for this because you deserve it. And a win against you from Benoit Saint Denis is great for our European marketing brand that we're doing now that Ilya Tapora is champion. Conor McGregor was always the main staple and the cash cow of the whole industry. And then on top of that, now we have Michael Venom Page from England. We got a heavyweight champion, an interim champion from England. So it's a great way for them to promote that particular type of demographics or region of the world. So for them to pull out the money to give to Dustin Poirier just to come out here and perform right now as he is about to walk out into the cage, I think tells you that it is sort of like an investment that they want to put on the winner. If Benoit Saint Denis wins, but if he doesn't, well, then it just proves why Dustin the Diamond Poirier is, was, and always will be a superstar. And a main staple for their brand and their league and their roster in general. So here comes Dustin the Diamond Poirier right now as we are reacting to his entrance at the current moment of time. Walks out to his traditional 1970s funk music that he usually walks out to. You guys know what I'm talking about. And all the people. Here we go. Dustin the Diamond Poirier looks very relaxed and intense and focused at the same time. I think there's a certain optimal state of arousal that he's at right now, where I think there's going to be a great performance on his part, but obviously also very stoic at the same time. Either way, yeah, this is going to be really interesting to see Dustin get in here right now. Yeah, DC is right about that comment. Yeah, he is that kid that we've seen grown up in the cage. And by the way, he's a WEC vet, so all the fights that he's had in the WEC is easily transferable as UFC fights because, as you guys know, WEC has bought out um, UFC has bought out WEC and obviously merged their company as one. So just something to think about as as the type of caliber of competition that Dustin the Diamond Poirier has been experiencing all throughout his career. So, by the way, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe as we are about to witness the co main event. As I was saying, yeah, I originally wanted to start doing this just right before the main card, right? But obviously, I had some technical difficulties with my computer, which is why I'm doing this on the phone right now. But I tell you what, I'm feeling a whole lot energetic. So the fact that I didn't do like a marathon stream like I did for the 10-hour one with a PFL and the Saudi card, and the UFC Mexico card all in the same day, I feel a little more refreshed, right? Because I just started really streaming from the time that, at the end of when Peter Yan, no, even after that, when Jack de la Maddalena and Gilbert Burns had finished their fight, that's when I started streaming. And then here we are now in the co-main event with these two. So Benoit, Saint Denis, and Dustin the Diamond Poirier. Both, by the way, have French heritage for what that's worth. Obviously, Dustin Poirier is a French American. Benoit Saint Denis is a native French, stayed out there and became a special forces commando defending France for what that's worth. Uh, and here we are. Here we are now in the co-main event of the evening. All right, here we go. Benoit Saint Denis is being introduced right now. All right, Dustin is being introduced right now. All right, Dustin the Diamond Poirier is being introduced right now. There's Dustin's family in the crowd right now. Mike Beltran will be the referee of this matchup. Round one is about to commence. Here we go. right, round one. Here we go. Low kick starting off by Benoit Saint Denis. Dustin is not checking those. And in here he comes with his own, with a fast and strong one from Dustin. Benoit Saint Denis tries to shoot it. Dustin goes for a guillotine. He's got a guillotine on him. And now Benoit Saint Denis reverses out of it, Dustin to Diamond Poirier. And now he takes the back of Dustin, has a body lock on him, hitting him on his knees with the body lock. Striking his knee again with his knee. Knee to knee action with the body lock. Now Dustin Poirier's on all fours, trying to prevent himself from going down. What he needs to do in this position is sort of, wrist control Benoit Saint Denis here. Now Benoit Saint Denis is looking for a backpack position. Seems like he's going to go for. Okay, they're sort of in a stalemate position right here, or sort of fighting off their position as Benoit Saint Denis is still in the back of Dustin Poirier. He throws an elbow, Dustin Poirier, towards Benoit Saint Denis. There it is. Now Dustin got him off. Now he's got him controlled up against the fence. A bit of a Muay Thai plum by Benoit Saint Denis, then goes and shoots for a single leg. But then here comes Dustin getting some sort of lock. So, okay. Now they're broken up back into the center of the octagon, squaring up. Good left hand by Poirier there. 247, 246, 245 of the first round. Oh, yeah, this is quite a fast paced fight right here. Not only is it a fast paced fight in the clinch positions, in the striking position, everywhere. So it's going to be really interesting to see how they're going to develop into the second and third round. But so far, so good for Dustin Poirier. They say that Poirier is cut right now. All right. Now Dustin is back up, but Benoit Saint Denis is now hitting him with a body. He's covering up as he's throwing elbows at him, getting to be a bit of a violent fight here. Now they're exchanging some shots with each other. So if you guys didn't know, I did a fight preview or a pre-fight show just a few minutes before this event had started, and one of the main reasons was because of this fight. I had changed my mind into giving it to Dustin Poirier, whereas originally in the prediction show I gave it to Benoit Saint Denis just based on the fact that he's younger, based on the fact that he's in a trajectory of, I guess, being the up and comer guy, and Dustin Poirier may be a little bit more damaged. But again, I came back and I said that I changed my pick for Dustin Poirier just because I think that his experience alone is going to help him. But right now, Benoit Saint Denis is trying to look for a rear naked choke while he's got a full figure four body lock on Dustin Poirier right now with 50 seconds left in the first round. Now, here's something you guys have to understand about this body lock. He did let it go. But with that body lock, it does interfere with your breathing patterns, which, by the way, it's a real genius move to do as a result of that. So, yeah, every single fight that both Benoit Saint Denis and Dustin Poirier are in is always a violent fight to a certain degree, right? And he's going for a an armbar and a triangle. A triangle that turned into an arm bar. Okay, now that's it. The first round, who do you guys give the first round to? I'm going to have to give that first round to, wow, man, close round. I don't know. I think I'd have to give it to Dustin Poirier on that one. What do you guys think? Let me know on the comment section if you guys believe believe me on that, or if you have a different opinion. Either way, yeah, let me know. Yeah, so Benoit Saint Denis' corner is saying when you go to the ground, don't force it. I wouldn't be surprised if a finish comes about in this particular second round right here. Dustin the Diamond Poirier is amazing at second round finishes. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but let's see if that plays out into this fight right here. Oh, he just rocked Benoit Saint Denis right now. And now, after he rocked him with that hook, now he's got him in a guillotine choke. He's got it pretty tight. Oh, but Benoit Saint Denis lets go, and now he is in his full guard position right now in Dustin the Diamond Poirier's position. Now he's trying to go for a transition. I think he's got him in a. He's got Dustin the Diamond Poirier in a full mount position right now. Now he's raining bombs on him on top. And now he's trying to scramble away. I wonder what Conor McGregor would be saying about this fight right now as we are watching Benoit Saint Denis taking the back of Dustin Poirier, and he's looking for a rear naked choke. But I think he's going to get out of this one. Okay, he's standing up. He has really bad position for Dustin Poirier, who is winning other than this last minute. Teddy Evans said. Teddy Evans, you know what? I'm glad you asked that. It's very tied up from the first round, right? So I said that the first round, slightly, I'm going to give it to Dustin. Anybody who says Benoit Saint Denis in the first round, I wouldn't argue with them. Right here, right now in the second round, Benoit Saint Denis is the clear aggressor, right? And especially if he gets this single leg or double leg takedown right now that we're watching, 318, 317. Here we go. Now he's hooking off on Dustin Poirier as Dustin Poirier is backing up into the cage. Dustin is constantly looking for that guillotine choke, rightfully so. All right, here we go. 251, 250 of the second round. Body shot by Dustin Poirier there. Oh, he just rocked Benoit Saint Denis, and now he's going for a guillotine again. Every time he rocks Benoit Saint Denis. Oh, he just slept him. He slept Benoit Saint Denis. And this right here is a reason why I picked Dustin Poirier to win. I told you guys from the first round, after they were about to go into the second round, what did I say was going to happen? I said, look out for a finish in the second round. Dustin the Diamond Poirier is really good at finishing in the second round. And here he is now being cheered on by Donald Trump and Ivanka, and Dustin Poirier is celebrating right now. And Benoit Saint Denis just got laid out cold. He got laid out cold in that one. Good job on Dustin Poirier in that particular win right there. I mean, that right there. Look, that was a big win, guys. I got to tell you. I know that you're looking at the numbers. The fact that Dustin Poirier is number 2 and Benoit Saint Denis is number 12. There's the uppercut right there that he hit him with as he's being backed up against the cage. So Yeah, man, I gotta tell you, he's looking for the guillotine there, but then he escapes that guillotine, but then he manages to, all right, all right, all right, man. So you see, there was a reason why I had to do that pre-fight show because I really wanted to tell you guys that yeah, I'm going with Dustin Poirier on that one. I originally was going to go with Benoit Saint Denis, but this is what we got as a result of it. So there he is sharing that moment with Donald Trump right now. And then there's the family of Dustin Poirier in the front. And just like that, we got one more fight of the night. Amazing, amazing fight by Dustin Poirier. Yep, I called it. I called it mid-fight that he was going to knock him out in the second round because I told you guys Dustin the Diamond Poirier just knows how to really hurt people in the second round, right? He figures you out in the first round. Second round, he just goes and looks for the openings and does the damn thing. Good job on Dustin Poirier's part. Now let's hear the post-fight speech of what is he saying to Benoit Saint Denis? I think he's saying to him, "Hey, good job. You probably should come back." Or let's hear. Yeah, I say, yup, that's right. Yup. Yeah, big ups to Dustin Poirier for giving this guy a chance, and he realistically never really had to. Yeah, they said stop with the guillotines, but you know what? One could say that some of those guillotines probably helped set up those certain positions. Who knows? Joe says you're the man, but Dustin humbly says, "Yeah, I'm just a man, Joe." That's awesome. And of course, shouting out America. Yep, Joe is right about that. He definitely is one of the greats. And he said that yeah, he is one of the most popular fighters in this. UFC division at 155. Definitely is, right? Like I said, the Conor McGregor win definitely did him some good. So here we are. We are now about to witness the upcoming main event with Sean O'Malley versus Cheeto Vera. Who's excited for that? Now, I'm really, really excited for this just because I'm just curious to see. There's Mr. Beast with Logan Paul, Julian Elderman, Corey Sanhagen in the house. Who else do we got here? Morab. And there's Jorge Masvidal. And there's Donald Trump. All right. The final fight of the evening. There's Sean O'Malley right now in the prep point. Not at the prep point, at the locker room with his sunglasses on. There's Tim Welsh right there, and then there's Marlon Cheeto Vera looking like me with the beard. Of course, without the mustache. Yeah, but uh, yeah, I think Sean is going to show a lot of the improvements that he's made all throughout this time, and he's really going to show out against Marlon Cheeto Vera in this one. So, all right, and they are showing the preview to Conor McGregor and Jake Gyllenhaal's movie Roadhouse. The little fight scene with Jake Gyllenhaal and Conor McGregor. Yeah, when you see stuff like that, Conor McGregor is definitely not coming back to the UFC uh, for a long time. You know what I mean? And it's going to be very difficult to try to get him in there to fight. So we'll see. We'll see how that plays out in the process. What else is going on right now? What is this? This must be some sort of Miami tourism of some sort. Live, work, play. Yeah, Miami. Okay, yeah. So of course, like everyone, they all want to promote their city and whatnot. It's what you do. It's just what it is. It's part of the gig. All right. All right. So Sean O'Malley, extra sugar. Okay. So he is a. I don't know. I don't understand betting. Obviously, you guys are looking at right now the DraftKings sports book. Um, overs and unders or underdogs and whatnot. It's not actually a part of MMA that I really understand, right? Because obviously I'm not a gambling man at all. Um, but that's quite sad. I got to be honest with you guys, right? It's quite sad when you have a situation where there's people out there that literally lose their rent money based on betting fights or betting different sports or just being in the casinos all day or just not getting the best of luck in the blackjack table. Oh man, that's very unfortunate, but it is an ever-growing reality of life for a lot of people out there. So as a result, people make very poor choices in gambling, right? So I don't condone it, man, especially not in MMA, right? And obviously, I'm not here to try and really impose my own religious beliefs on anyone or anything like that. But there is a good reason why it's a rule in the Islamic faith, and I'm sure probably if you look deep enough in the faith of Christianity and Judaism, why it is haram to gamble, right? Because especially MMA. I mean, forget about everything else aside, right? MMA has got to be one of the hardest sport for you to bet. Now, are you going to have those nights where you got everything correct and you got it all right? Like for example, let's say if I was to bet this fight with Sean O'Malley, how about if I was to bet with Dustin Poirier? I got all of my predictions correct except for the Almeida fight. I really thought that Almeida was going to win that, and I'm sure many of you thought too. Now imagine if I had a parlay for Sean O'Malley, Dustin Poirier, and then Jailton Almeida, right? That's, you know what parlays are. I don't. You guys know more about that probably more than I do because I'm not a gambling man. But that parlay, Almeida, Dustin Poirier, and Sean O'Malley. If Sean O'Malley wins, great. Uh, Dustin Poirier won, but then Almeida didn't win. So now you lose all your money as a result of that. So once again, this is why I'm not in a huge favor of gambling to any degree. I mean, I'm sure people out there are going to be grown adults. They're going to do what they want to do. But at the same time, man, there's consequences to these evil actions, right? And earlier, just like in the comment section earlier, I had Cody Ham asking me, I think Khabib and Connor will fight again, and I told Cody in the comment section, I don't think that's going to happen, only because, well, Khabib is in a different mental trajectory right now, meaning that he just wants no involvement with the sports MMA culture as a whole, whether that would be gambling or whether that would be the business side. But the gym culture of MMA, he's all for. He's continuing to train with his guys. He stays in the gym. He constantly trains. He gets other people ready while getting ready for himself. No chill MMA. Let's go, Kyrie. Thank you. No chill MMA. That's what's up, my man. Hell yeah. Let's go, Kyrie. Haha. Let's go, Sean. Let's go, Marlon Vera for the main event right now, huh? Who do you have for this main event? I picked on my prediction show that it was going to be Sean O'Malley. No Chill MMA. Let me tell you, I did a pre-fight show earlier before the prelims, only because I wanted to change my prediction for the Dustin Poirier and the Benoit Saint Denis fight. And lo and behold, guess what happened? He goes and finishes him in the second round, just as I was predicting mid-fight. I said, "Hey, watch this." For the first round, after the first round had ended, I said, "Watch this. Dustin Poirier is really good at finishing people in the second round." What did my man No Chill MMA here say? Praying for Vera to whoop the unholy out of O'Malley. You know what? I gotta tell you, it seems that Sean O'Malley is more the degenerate here, if you really want to put it like that. And Marlon Vera, man, you want to talk about based, right? The guy has a daughter who has some sort of condition. I'm not sure or know really too much about it. I know MMA Guru like makes fun of it, but obviously, what do you expect from a toxic MMA internet culture, right? The guy has been with his wife since they were kids. I mean, it doesn't get any more base than that. And in here you have Sean O'Malley. I mean, you said it yourself, right? You took the words out of my mouth. Unholy. Well, now Brendan Vera, Marlon Vera is going to beat the unholy heck out of him in this fight, inshallah, if that happens. But I told you from my prediction video, I said that Sean O'Malley is going to win this because he's made a lot of great adjustments. And I think that we could also see him win a decision in this one as a result of it. We'll see. We're about to find out not too long from now. All right. So now Marlon Vera has now entered the cage. Marlon Vera looking nice and loose, walking into the cage, dancing away. So there's been massive improvements on the part of Marlon Vera after that 2020 win against Sean O'Malley, right? But guess what? There's a reason why Sean O'Malley is champion. You don't find too many guys laying out Aljamain Sterling the way that he did, right? I mean, you want to talk about massive improvements, that right there is a massive improvement in and of itself. So now Sean O'Malley is about to walk in the cage. We are about to witness Sean O'Malley walk into the cage right now. The lights are dimming. The crowd throws out all their cell phones in the air, sort of puts a little light up. If you are what you say you are, a superstar. That's the name of the song that Sean O'Malley is walking out to. By the way, one of the best things I really like and admire about Sean O'Malley is this aspect of manifestation. Right now, I know for some people it's complete BS, and a part of me believes that too. I believe there's some BS to that. But mentally speaking, there's something strong about believing that you can do something, and only you and nobody else really knows what you are capable of as a result of that. So, all right, now Sean O'Malley is ready to enter the cage right now. Yeah, how about that Boston, Massachusetts championship win that he had with Aljamain Sterling, right? I mean, that could have been a better place to really do a championship win for somebody like Sean O'Malley. I mean, he has an Irish background. That sort of helps in a way. Uh, it's Boston. It's sort of the demographics of people that is sort of in line with Sean O'Malley. So, yeah, man, good on Sean O'Malley for that. So, let's see here. Sean O'Malley coming in there with the blue shorts. Very interesting choice. Yeah, that's the thing about Sean O'Malley that you guys have to understand, right? That Joe Rogan is talking about right now. That's definitely some truth to that. He definitely has serious championship mentality, right? And not only that, his preparation is really perfect, right? And this is something a lot of people don't take into consideration about Sean O'Malley. The sleeping patterns that he has managed to change in his life to help uh, increase his sporting performance, right? The aspects of nutrition that I mean, look, there's just a lot of things that uh, Sean O'Malley is doing that I think is helping him to become the champion that he is right now, and I think it's going to translate well into this fight against Marlon Cheeto Vera. But we are just about to find out soon, and we're going to have Bruce Buffer announce them. And here we are. We are ready for the main event of the evening. All right. All right. Here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is main event of the evening. Here we go. All right, and this bout is brought to you by Roadhouse, they said. We are locked into this fight, ready to go. All right. It's time. Here we go. We are ready for this. Of the world. Look at Marlon Vera right now. Looks very focused. Whereas with Sean, he has this air of confidence about him going into this fight. Marlon Cheeto Vera has now been announced. Here we go. All right, we are awaiting the main event right now. Sean O'Malley has just been announced. So I think it's only appropriate that we set these little lights for the main event of the evening. Let's go. Now, Sean O'Malley is in his corner right now. Brandon Marlon Vera is in his corner right now. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. We are now witnessing the main event of the evening. Now they both meet in the center of the cage. Sean O'Malley versus Marlon Vera. 453, 452. Marlon Vera opens up with a front kick. Sean follows up with a low kick, switching stances right away. 445, 443, 442. Front kick by Vera. They're back in the center of the cage. Sean O'Malley's darting in and out in the process. Go a little oblique kick by Sean O'Malley there. Bouncing up and down really good. Switching stances while he's bouncing. Front kick by Sean O'Malley. Parrying those shots. Ooh, spinning back kick by Sean O'Malley. Very good. Body kick by Sean O'Malley. Switching stances in the middle of it. Yeah, very patient approach by Sean O'Malley here. I gotta agree with Joe Rogan on that one. But at the same time, I think that Marlon Vera, he needs to switch up his tempo. I can understand that this is a first round. This is the tempo that he wants to operate in this current moment of time. But I gotta tell you, I don't think this is a trajectory that he wants to continue on all throughout the fight. So, all right, the crowd yelling for Vera right now, surprisingly. Okay, body shot by Sean O'Malley right there. 230, 229 of the first round. Really good round for Sean O'Malley so far. I'm gonna have to give it to Sean O'Malley in the first round, just darting in and out of there. Significant strikes already at 82% for Sean O'Malley and only 17 for Brandon Vera. I'm sorry, for Marlon Vera. I keep calling him Brandon Vera. He's the heavyweight. Brandon Vera looking like a straight up 1970s cartel hitman right now with his long hair and beard and everything like that. And now the crowd yelling ole ole. 140, 140, 139 left in the first round. And if it continues this way, you're going to have to give this to Sean O'Malley, unless of course, uh, unless of course Marlon Vera decides to shoot for a takedown here to a certain point of this fight. Yeah, that's the thing with Sean, right? Never stationary, never staying at one place, just constant movement. So see how this plays out for him now with just under 60 seconds left of the first round. Little oblique kick attempt by Marlon Vera there. Body shot by Sean O'Malley there. Another body shot by Sean O'Malley. How about that? He's implementing these, going for a sticking jab and then throws the body in there. And then you never know what direction he's going to come from while he's doing it because he's constantly switching stances on you in the process of doing that. Constant darting by Sean. This is great, great performance by him. Showing Marlon Vera exactly what it is that, well, Marlon Vera had not seen or experienced in the first time around, right? A less compromised version of Sean O'Malley. So that's something to think about right there. So Jason Perillo is asking for Marlon Vera to kind of put a little bit more pressure, whatever that means, right, in terms of grappling or striking. Because I think he may try to have to switch up on some strike. But I don't know, man. You got to get inside to be able to exchange those grappling, exchanges with Sean O'Malley. I would assume, right? I mean, that's easier said than done. I think that that is the best bet for Marlon Vera right now as we head into the second round. But I think that, yeah, that's his best bet is to do that. So here we go. Second round, 455, 453, 450 of the second round. And Sean O'Malley is just showing his speed right now. Spinning heel kick by Sean O'Malley right there. And then backs into the center of the cage. body kick attempt by Marlon Vera, nothing. Sean O'Malley pawing Marlon Vera. Marlon Vera with a stance switch of his own. So yeah, Joe Rogan is right about the commentary here, right? As I was saying in the first round, I mentioned that Marlon Vera cannot stay in this pace and trajectory. He needs to increase his tempo as the fight goes on because he cannot allow Sean O'Malley to maintain this type of tempo in which he's just constantly outpointing him and then darting in and out in the process while also having a hard time hitting him back as a result. All right. Yeah, that's true. There is a lot of respect. DC is right about that in the commentary, right? There is a lot of respect that Marlon Vera is showing to Sean O'Malley right now because he respects his power and speed. But again, he cannot maintain this tempo if he wants to change something and create a different um, outcome for himself. Because right now, the only outcome that we are witnessing is Sean O'Malley darting in and out and switching stances on him, basically just hitting him with style points. So there it is, darting in and out, very similar to Michael Venom Page. I wonder if he had any of this idea while he was watching Michael Venom Page earlier in the night. Yeah, the speed factor here is absolutely no match for Marlon Cheeto Vera, and this is the reason why I had picked Sean O'Malley originally, and why I am continuing to pick him in the middle of this fight is because of what you're seeing right now. What I had been predicting going into this fight is what we're seeing right now. You see, he did a great job in 2020, Marlon Vera, being able to debilitate Sean O'Malley with those leg kicks. Well, now, if you notice, Sean O'Malley really learned from his mistakes. And this is what I was mentioning to people going into this fight, is that he was going to really learn a lot from his mistakes as a result of that. We go 1-2 shot by Sean O'Malley there. Oh, he's got him in the body. Now he's got him hurt. Now Sean O'Malley is, wow, okay. He's close to finishing him up right here. He's very close to finishing Marlon Cheeto Vera right now. I'm going to give you a prediction right now. He's going to finish him in the third round. I think that he's going to have a hard time finishing him here in the second round, but it's getting there, right? His shots are penetrating towards Marlon Cheeto Vera right now. Uh, O'Malley right now is trigger happy. And what do I mean by that? When the shots are going in and you're throwing them and they're making it, you feel compelled to continuously do it all over again. And this is why I say that I think in the third round, oh, hold on now. Marlon Vera rocked him with that one. 20 seconds left into the second round. Another high kick, and Marlon Vera is bleeding out of his nose right now, or somewhere in his face of some sort. Yeah, this fight is close to being stopped right now. Oh, he just rocked him right there with 1 second left, and that is a second round. Third round, guys. The reason why you see this screen right now up in the little visual that you see is because I really think that this is going to be curtains for Marlon Vera in the third round. Remember, in the Michael Venom, I'm sorry, in the Dustin Poirier fight, I predicted that he was going to finish him in the second round as they were finishing the first round in their corner going into the second round. Right here, I'm going to predict Marlon Chito Vera is going to get finished in the third round. Let's find out. Let's find out if that is the case. Oh, that knee really hurt him badly right there. Yeah, he caught him ducking down as he was coming up. Watch this. The third round. This is going to be a finish right here. This is why I have this visual going on right now, because the third round, here it is. Marlon Chito Vera, I believe, is going to try to come out very aggressive. But in the process of that, I also think that he is going to make a mistake. And this is where Sean is really going to finish up what he started in the second round, or continue the beating that he had placed, and just really going for the finish right here. He's about a couple of shots away from doing that. A couple more connection from Sean O'Malley. I think that he's got Marlon Vera's number right here. Here we go. Sean O'Malley's now walking him down. Whereas originally, earlier, Sean O'Malley was just backing away. He's still backing away, but he's darting in and out, but more in the direction of moving forward towards Marlon Vera. There it is with the 1-2. Oblique kick. Yes, Jason Perillo did ask Marlon Vera to have a little bit more of a circular movement, right? But the problem is, I think it's easier said than done when you're getting hit like this and you're feeling it, man. I'm telling you, it changes your pattern of movement a little bit. You become a little bit more discombobulated. 58% strikes for O'Malley, 42% for Marlon Vera. I don't know where those 42% is coming from, but whatever. Here we go. Now he tries to move him forward, move him down to no avail. Oh, 1-2 by O'Malley, a little hook right there. 305, 304, 302, 301 of the third round already. So I was predicting a third round KO right here. In my original prediction for the prediction shows, I said that Sean O'Malley was going to get a decision. Body kick by Marlon Chito Vera right there. 1-2 by Sean O'Malley. Still backing away as he's walking him down at the same time. So very good darting motion by Sean O'Malley right now. 226, 225 of the third round. Oh, it's pink. So it's not blue. Sorry, was a little color blind there for a second. So yeah, he's got pink shorts or pink attire like Bret the Hitman Hart. Very interesting choice for Sean O'Malley there. Yeah, I agree with Joe Rogan in that assessment. This is a complete shutout. Again, I was predicting that he's going to finish him off in the third round here, but Marlon Vera, to his credit, is very tough and really proven it as a result. Check some of those kicks right there. Yeah, a lot of good fakes by Sean O'Malley, right? But this is what you expect from a very creative striker in Sean O'Malley. Yep, DC is right about that. You cannot allow him to get in that flow state that he's in, and unfortunately, that's the reason why. Sean O'Malley is continuing this line of constant straight shots and constant darting in and out with Marlon Vera, and with Marlon Vera having no answer for it whatsoever. Right? So far, he's just really completing a shutout right now. Now, he had him finished in the second round, but he seems to be sort of letting off a little bit here based on, I don't know, maybe because he feels that he's got this under the bag. He doesn't want to risk anything. Oh, Sean O'Malley gets clipped right there by Marlon Vera. You got to watch out. Marlon Vera is still a very dangerous fighter. Oh, attempts one right there, falls. Sean O'Malley jumps right on him. That is the end of the third round. End of the third round, now going into the championship rounds of the main event of tonight. So, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe as we are witnessing the championship rounds of Marlon Chito Vera and Sean O'Malley. This fight has already gone a whole lot longer than the original fight. Now, here we are in this fight going into the championship rounds. Will Marlon Vera survive? We don't know. Will he come back? We don't know. Which is why we're witnessing this right now to find out if that is the case or not. So, all right, here we go. Fourth round. The championship rounds right here. All right. Here we go. 1-2 attempt by Marlon Vera. Flying a knee. I think he connected just a little bit with Sean there. Yeah, Sean O'Malley is probably the best striker in the 135 division right now, which is why the man is the champion of that division for that reason. So I'm putting the screen on in anticipation for a possible finish, but we'll see. Yeah, Marlon Vera definitely needs a knockout. There's no doubt about that. Like, you're not. Oh, there's a flying knee by Marlon Chito Vera right now, and he's got O'Malley backed up into the fence. But O'Malley comes back with a 1-2 shot. High kick. Straight shot by Sean O'Malley again. 1-2. Low kick by Marlon Vera. Nothing to it. Now he's just going at Sean O'Malley aggressively, but Sean O'Malley gets away in the process. Yeah, Sean O'Malley's starting to bleed right now. So still good for Marlon Vera to be able to hurt him. He trips right there. I think he tripped him down from that. Now it's a 1-2 shot by Sean O'Malley. Less than 3 minutes now on round four. We're at 2:30, 2:29 of round number four. Body kick by Marlon Chito Vera. Yeah, he's really trying to make it ugly at this point, right? This is all that he has in the process of that. Yeah, I think that is the only choice that Marlon Cheeto Vera has right now is really just going out emptying the tank, right? But how much does he have left when he's getting hit and at the same time busting up his nose while interrupting his breathing patterns? While Sean O'Malley is also going to the body at the same time, people don't understand how much that can also really affect your breathing patterns as well. Another jab by Sean O'Malley right there, jabbing, circling around him as he's throwing the jab while switching stances at the same time. So his jab then turns into a cross in the process of him doing that. So you don't know what kind of punches are coming at you as he is performing these stance switches. Beautiful jab right there by Sean O'Malley. It's great amount of cardio and conditioning by Sean O'Malley to be able to put up this kind of volume that he's doing right now and the kind of pace that he has. We got about under 60 seconds left into the fourth round right now. 1-2 shot by Sean O'Malley. Yeah, the wild exchanges is something that Marlon Cheeto Vera really needs to do right now in order to make something happen with just about under 30 seconds left. Now, 20 seconds left into this fourth round as we go into the final and fifth round. Will Sean O'Malley get the finish in this particular round? We don't know. In the final round, is he going to get the finish with that? We don't know. We're about to find out. 20 minutes down, just about 5 minutes left into the fight. Yeah, I don't see Marlon Vera winning this at all. If you guys do, let me know in the comment section below. He would have to pull off some sort of miracle in order for him to win this fight. And I just don't see that happening. And Sean O'Malley is going to go away with a victory here, whether he gets a finish or not. Now, if he really wants to make a statement against Marlon Cheeto Vera, he has to finish him. Otherwise, if he doesn't finish him, what this does is just create a new narrative for Marlon Cheeto Vera to say, well, I finished you, but you didn't finish me. In the same similar fashion that Nate Diaz says this to Conor McGregor. Hey, I finished you, but you didn't finish me because you remember the rematch with Conor McGregor went all 5 rounds as a result. So here we are. All right, fifth and final round. Marlon Cheeto Vera against the champion, Sean O'Malley, who is displaying right now that he is in his absolute prime and in the best trajectory of his career right now. 440, 439, 438, 437 of the fifth and final round of this championship matchup for the 135-pound undisputed championship of the UFC. Straight shot by Sean O'Malley there. He's really trying to look for a finish here. He's got Cheeto backed away, spinning heel kick. And here we go. Now, going for a body shot right there. 1-2. 406, 405, 404, 403, 402. And now under 4 minutes left in the fifth and final round of this contest. Now he's got him trapped up against the fence, just really walking him down into the cage. Little high kick right there by Sean O'Malley. 335, 334, 333. Yeah, Sean O'Malley is looking really good, and I think a lot of that. Look at this. Now he's pretending to play basketball. That famous thing that he does, where he pretends he's sort of playing basketball on you. But yeah, 3 minutes down. Under 3 minutes left in the fifth round. All right, 2:25 left into this fifth round. Significant strikes in the fifth round, 24 for O'Malley, 5 for Vera. And we are now witnessing the last 2 minutes left of this fight. Yeah, 300 strikes for Sean O'Malley. Now that right there is quite serious right there. Right, so we got about 115 left into this fifth round. Now under 60 seconds left. A high kick by Sean O'Malley. Very good. Nice fake right there. 54% significant strikes, 39% for Marlon Vera. Oh, nice front kick by Vera there. A little too late, though. Nice knee by Cheeto there from the plum. Now we got about 30 seconds left into this fight as we are witnessing Sean O'Malley defend his bantamweight championship for the first time. Now 8 seconds left, and that right there concludes our championship fight. And Sean O'Malley has finally redeemed himself from the humiliation of his first loss against Marlon Cheeto Vera, and here we are. So that concludes the main event for tonight, and we will stay for the uh, the post fight interview and the results, and then we'll call it a night. So, what do you guys think of that fight? Did you guys think that Marlon Vera had a chance at all? Didn't look like it, huh? But with Sean O'Malley, he proved why he is the best bantamweight in the world right now, and he deserved this. Cold-heartedly deserved this right here. So, all right, Sean O'Malley is sitting down in the corner of the cage right now, getting his gloves taken off. And there's a big knee by Sean O'Malley right there. Nice counter shot by Sean O'Malley there. Nice combo to the body right there. Another right hand by Sean O'Malley. And we await the decision right now of Sean O'Malley versus Brandon Vera. We all know Sean O'Malley won this one, but I'm going to stay for the post fight interview in the cage, and then we're going to call it a night. Hear what Sean O'Malley has to say here. Round one, significant strikes 25 versus 11. Significant strikes for Sean O'Malley and Marlon Vera, 40 for Sean, 17 for Marlon Vera in the second round. Third round, 28 for Sean, 16 for Vera, 45 for Sean in the fourth round, 31 for Vera. And here we are. We await the decision, which obviously is going to go to Sean O'Malley. All right, here we go. 5-round decision. 50-45. Thanks for the coverage. Can't watch myself, but this helps. Yeah, no problem, man. How come you're not able to watch? Are you at a party or at a certain venue or something like that, or at a function that you're not able to? What do you have going on for tonight? And I'm glad to be the guy to give you the coverage of what is going on as Donald Trump and his daughter Ivanka are clapping away for Sean O'Malley right now. Joe Rogan is in the cage right now as he is talking to Sean O'Malley. He's asking him about the knee that he ate. He said he felt like something snapped when he threw that knee in Marlon's face. Yeah, he definitely did eat a lot of shots there. I just couldn't justify the cost. Haha. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. There are other means to watch, but I'm not the type to go and encourage illegal activities, right? Because it is against federal law. But I see what you mean. You know, no doubt, man. I gotcha. I gotcha. I'm glad I'm here to cover it for you, though. So, uh, with that in mind, um, let's wait. Let's see what. Oh wow, Sean O'Malley is calling out Ilya Tapora. He said he wants Ilya, so I guess he wants to move up at 45. He said, if you guys want me to knock out Marab, I'm here for that too. Well, hey, for that guy that just commented and said you couldn't justify the cost of watching the fight, hey, I urge you to take a look at some of the results that I have for the rest of the prelim cards because I have them as well on this page that I did earlier. I literally did them just right before the fight, the main cards had started. So if you want to take a look at the results on that, please do. But now we are covering Marlon Vera and his post-fight interview. He said he wants to thank all the people that came and supported him, that believed in him. He said this isn't it for him. He's going to keep getting better. He's going to come back. He knew that Sean was always a great fighter, and this is the result of it. So He's basically said he wants to thank his family, and yeah, great on Sean O'Malley's part. And all right, good job, good job on Sean O'Malley on that one. So, guys, that concludes the stream for tonight. Be sure to watch this from the very beginning if you just tapped in. Also, watch the pre-fight live stream that I did earlier of the night, because I really did that just to tell you guys that I went and changed my pick to Dustin Poirier, and guess what happened? That was the result. Dustin Poirier got it done tonight. Michael Venom Page got it done against his debut with Kevin Holland. Jack Della Maddalena won against Gilbert Burns, as I had predicted. Uh, Peter Yan snaps his losing streak, gets a decision win. And yeah, I believe that is it. That is the majority of the fight, at least. So let's take a look at some of the rest of the fights. I'm gonna go over the rest of the fights, and then we're gonna call it a day, just to yeah, just to call it a day from there. So for all those that are listening and that are just looking for the results, I'm gonna give them to you right now with a little bit of some breakdown in between. So I guess we could start our little post-fight show right now. So from the very beginning tonight, Joanne Calderwood wins by a decision. I was very surprised by that. Joanne Calderwood was getting dominated on the grappling department, but then later turned it up, rocked Myrana Moros a few times, and gets a decision win, rides off into the sunset with her retirement win, by the way. Asu Ambalayev gets a decision win over CJ Bararga. Robles Dispania gets a first round 18-second KO, which I had predicted. I literally said within the less than 30 seconds he's going to knock out Josh Parisian, and he did. Michel Pereira managed to use his weirdness, which usually becomes a detriment to his success in the cage, but allowed it to help him tonight. Was able to rock Mikhail Oleshuk, and then was able to get a rear naked choke. Ion Kutalaba just wasn't there with his fight IQ, lost it to a decision against Philippe Lenz. And Pedro Munoz loses to Kyler Phillips, which was a surprise. Kyler Phillips did great with his movement, with his elusive footwork, which really enabled him to win this fight. Matrius Gamrot was able to beat Rafael Dos Anjos, just as I had predicted, out-grappled him, outstruck him, and 11 takedowns he had on Rafael Dos Anjos, and Rafael had none. And Rafael is a great wrestler. So that tells you a lot about Gamrot. Macy Barber gets a decision over Caitlin Chukadian. Easy work for her. Had the majority of the takedowns in the fight, had the majority of the higher significant strikes in that fight. 64 over 53 for Chukadian. Easy win for Macy Barber. How about Curtis Blades and Jailton Almeida? I was expecting Jailton Almeida to win this fight, but one mistake, he shoots in, and as soon as he shoots in, Curtis Blades starts hammer fisting the side of his head, and it was curtains from there from Jailton Almeida. Great upset by Curtis Blades. Showed us why he has a win over Tom Aspinall in the process. And obviously, I had mentioned Peter Yan finally snapping his losing streak against Song Yadong. I had picked Song Yadong to win this one, but Peter Yan came out on top. Great on him. Jack Della Maddalena gets a third round TKO stoppage over Gilbert Burns, right? And this is literally what I had predicted, that he was going to get a TKO at some point. And Michael Venom Page, as I had predicted as well, he got a second round. I'm sorry, he got a decision win because, quite frankly, Kevin Holland is tough to finish. Dustin Poirier, in the beginning, I picked Benoit Saint Denis 4 days ago when I did the preview to this fight. And then today, I made two pre-fight live stream for $2.99, just to tell you that I changed my pick and then went over the whole entire card all over again and basically just kept my picks the same, just elaborated more on these particular matchups. And well, I predicted that he was going to finish him in the second round after he was coming off the first round. Great win on Dustin Poirier. And obviously, Sean O'Malley, we just covered that whole entire fight just right now live as we were witnessing it. And what happens for Sean O'Malley from here, only time will tell. Who will his next opponent be? Will it be Marab? Will he go up a weight and fight somebody like, let's say, Taporia, or is he going to stay and beat up all the 135ers in the world? We never know. This is why they call it the theater of the unknown, and you never know what you're going to get and the results that you're going to see out of these events and crazy matchups and just this crazy sport overall. I want to thank everybody for joining me tonight, and please like and subscribe to my channel so I can drop more hot MMA content for you guys in the near future. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I hope you enjoyed watching the fights. I hope that you enjoyed watching it with me. If you were just watching for the live coverage and the results, I hope that I fulfilled that particular end that you guys were looking for, whether it was just a reaction as a companion or just an observer wanting to know the results because you just didn't want to justify the cost of this particular event. But in my humble opinion, this event was worth the money more than any other pay per views that you have seen in the past and that they try to shove down your throat. But either way, here we are. God bless everyone. Have a beautiful Saturday night and the rest of your weekend. Inshallah. I am out.